Hey, what's going on, everybody? Tafty from Tafty's Home for Wayward Guitars. If you follow my Instagram or my Facebook at all, you realize that I had some camera issues the end of last week. I wasn't able to film anything over the weekend. Finally got everything fixed, and I guess it's a rush to make all this stuff into a guitar neck. So, without any further ado, what do you say we get started? Come on back. Alright, so there's going to be a few things that I've never done before, because yeah, why not, right? I've never used a router table to shape a neck before. I've never used it to route the truss rod channel either. But I'm going to do all those things, and you guys are going to watch me. Should be fun. So what I did was I marked the center of my bit, so I know where that is. I marked where I want to start and stop on my neck blank. Whoop, so I know where that is. And I also brought those marks around to the other side of the neck because, you know, it's going to be face down, of course. So I'm going to do this in two passes. 3/16 deep on the first pass, 3/8 deep on the second pass, which is actually my normal routine. Yeah. First time. Wish me luck. Alright, so I've got the 1/4" channel routed. Now I got to go back and do my 3/8 channel for the top of the truss rod. And as you can see, well, as you will see, I have these marks here, and whoop, stay with me, here and here, and I have transferred those around and onto the back, so that I can tell where the bit is and where I need to start and stop. This is all kind of new to me. I know that some of you guys probably have been doing this forever and ever this way. But this is in an effort to use my router table more to get more consistent on my neck shaping. All right, let's go. Oh, and I'm going to do this in one pass because my channel's already at depth. So all I got to do is hog out the 3/8 part of it. I hope that's the right way to do it. It's the way I did it without a router table, so I'm just trying to reverse engineer. Alright, being honest, that's way better than using my router with a fence on it. So much more control and cleaner cavity because I don't have to move the fence. I don't have to move anything to keep my center line. See that? I'm learning. All right. So I cut the fret slots in the rich light, and the one thing I noticed was it's hard. It's really, really hard. A lot of you have gotten back to me saying how horribly it tools, and you're right. It's a lot like dragging the saw through almost set up tar. How's that? Sounds good, right? So I'm thinking I'm going to have problems trying to machine this if I glue it to the neck blank and try to do the whole thing at once, even with the Infinity Megabit. So I think I'm going to shape this first, then roughly shape the board on the mighty Ryobi. I can't wait to see the Ryobi versus the Rich Light. I'm definitely going to cut this first. Yeah. I know you're all rooting for him. I know you are. Alright, let's get it done. Alright, so here I have built my Frankenstein template. This is an old template I had for a 24 3/4 neck. This is my snakehead headstock template. One of them. I have many. So I put this one on first. I double sticky taped it down. I also screwed it in through the truss rod channel. Then the headstock template is the same way. Double sticky tape, and then a couple of screws through the tuner holes. So I'm going to try to stay away from this joint where the nut is, because I've got two different things going on here, and I would rather just take care of that with the oscillating sander. So there's my bite mark. I don't know how I'm going to get myself out of this one, but yeah, it'd be fun to watch and find out how. Or I beat myself to death with this. Either way, should be fun. Well, now, I think the light behind me is killing you. Hey. So, like I said, I am going to machine these separately. So the neck blank is all set. I've copied my neck template onto my rich light, and I'm going to run this through the bandsaw. Send good thoughts. You know, honestly, that wasn't that bad. I forgot to hit record, which is fantastic news for you guys. But yeah, I expected the mighty Ryobi to lose that one. But it didn't. It seems to have won. So it's actually probably more of a testament to the blades I get. Before we can glue that fingerboard on, I'm going to cut my headstock at the 7-degree angle. I do that with my new router that I've never used. I bought this one to replace the one that I put inside the router table. So yeah. It's got different settings on it and all kinds of cool stuff. Came with a plunge base or with a regular base. I'm going to use the regular base because I really don't have any reason to use the plunge one right now. So I've got a 1-inch dado bit on there, and yeah, do this in a couple passes. Here it is. This is my 7-degree headstock jig. All it is a U-shaped. It's just MDF, and it's got a 7-degree, I guess, chamfer on it. And that's it. That's all there is to it. I was having a little issue because my router base on the new router is much smaller than the router base that was on my old one. So I'm going to have to think about that. Much smaller. So I was having a little problem teetering here. But all in all, it worked great. 7-degree headstock. Then I just measured down ½ an inch, 5/8, 9/16, whatever. And that's where I stopped bandsawing and cleaning out all of this material. Well, that's what I used to do. Now we're going to do it on the router table with a 7/8 roundover bit and an awesome little jig that I made. Alright, so here we are in the second part of the video. Well, second part for me. You're probably watching the whole thing through. I was going to make 2 videos out of this, but I just don't have... I'm running out of time. I always start out a new video by saying, hey, you know, Tafty's Home for Wayward Guitars. You know, we run a busy repair shop on the South Shore. Well, live music is back, at least in Massachusetts. And things are just getting even crazier. I'm just running out of time every day. So, here I am. I have my neck blank. There you are. Quick, let's get it done. Alright, so when we were here last, this was a different fingerboard. I had a little trouble with the rich light. It wouldn't bond to the wood. I didn't scuff it. I forgot to scuff it. So I just, you know, shelve that. We'll do with that. Maybe we'll use that on something else. Luckily, I had a piece of black poison wood, otherwise known as Chechen, and it's really a great wood. It's got a lot of different colors in it, a lot of different colors throughout the grain. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be great. All right, so here's where the real fun is going to begin. So I made this jig, and I'll bring you guys up closer so you can see it. Basically, what this does is emulate what like Texas Toast does with their pin router, but turns it upside down for my router table. I just bring it over there. So basically, what I have here, hey, how about that, is the neck blank strapped to this jig, and yeah, get a shot of it there. There we go. Now, these were very important because the whole jig is going to ride on these on my table so that the bit can come up from down below and take the side of this off. The other thing I did was I took a cue from a couple other YouTubers and I put these guides here, basically to index in and index out when I get to the heel. So this shim is to take the heel of the neck and move it 50 thousandths away from the router bit. So I take off less material on the heel side than I do on the headstock side. Alright, so I've got my 7/8 roundover bit in my router table. I had to disconnect my fence because the jig is too big, naturally. I know I probably didn't explain how this thing works really well, but basically these guides on the side, the bearing of the bit is going to ride in towards the neck, ride along that piece of poplar, and come back up. The difference between these and what those guys have out in Colorado is I can't see what I'm doing. So I needed something to basically index in and out of the neck. Then, like I said, I stole the measurements from Matt as far as the neck blank being 100 thousandths away. I think he does that. I'm pretty sure he does that to leave the edge of the fingerboard and keep it from being rounded over by the bit. Pushes it away from it a bit. First pass 100 thousandths, second pass 50 thousandths. So I'm going to try that. Hopefully it works out good. First pass successful. Oops. All right. It is somewhat rounded. So we're gonna move this. For our second pass, we're gonna be 50 thousandths away from the guide. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna raise my bit about a 1/16, and then that'll be the final pass. All right, I'm starting to understand how this jig works now, I think. I'm much closer to the fingerboard. Probably about a 1/16 away, which is really where I want to be right now. Feeling pretty good about that. So we need to swap this over to the other side. This thing actually came out really good. Let me show you. So let me ask you this, Matt and Chris. That looks a lot like how your necks come out of the pin router, with this ledge on the very bottom of it. That type of thing there. So as I get more comfortable with this thing, it's going to get faster. And honestly, this little bit, my Shinto's going to make short work of that. I'm excited. It worked really, really well. Yeah, I can't even tell you how happy it makes me. It indexed in and out the way I was hoping with these blocks that I put in. So even though I couldn't see what was going on, I could hear what was going on, and I knew I was in the right place. So the next thing that we'll do is go ahead and cut that headstock to the right angle. We're not going to do that today. This is where I'm going to end the video. So yeah, next one's going to be all about the body. So thank you guys for checking this out and for staying with me as I made this jig. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I put a video up, but I've been really working on this thing to try to work the kinks out of it. And I think I have. It's pretty cool. Maybe I'll make a short video just on this thing itself. I'm probably going to beef it up and make it a little bit better. But that's the fun of it, right? You know, it's work in progress. All right. So remember, this is not my merchandise. This is my Great Guitar Build-Off shirt that I have. But you can go to my spring site and you can pick up a Tafty's t-shirt. And one last thing, do me a favor and subscribe. I've been gaining a lot of subscribers lately. It's no doubt it's because the Great Guitar Build-Off is off and running and everybody is posting videos. So yeah, if you like what you see, then subscribe, please, and have your friends do it. And yeah, I'm probably gonna have some kind of subscriber giveaway once I hit 1,000. So let's try to work towards that. That'd be killer. All right, thank you guys again. I'll see you next time. Body Day.